I was hiring Ruth to sell a product, and she said that I didn't make fun of the fact that she had an impediment, which of course I would never do. And you have to make judgment calls when you're doing an improv, and that's my judgment call, that I put the faith in her and the trust that she can do it, and she came back with a funny joke. But here's the interesting thing. Andy raised his hand and said, well, wait a minute, wouldn't you play the part where you're a little suspicious if this person who's stuttering could do this? And what happened? Tell your story.
Well, two other people in class explained to me how they had stuttering problems, and that when they went for a job, the person who was going to hire them was very supportive, and it meant a lot to them to try to get this job because they wanted to overcome their stuttering. And I never looked at it from that point of view. I was strictly looking at it from what I felt would be a more realistic reaction to somebody who was interviewing people on a daily basis to sell door to door, and here comes somebody who keeps stuttering. I would have assumed that they would have been somewhat negative or cautious in their reception. But I was taught differently.
Well, that's why we're
Your
here.
compassion for not asking me about stuttering.
Yes, and that's the way I felt like playing it, because I didn't want to play it where I was making fun of you. I wanted to play it where I wanted to hire somebody to help me sell these products, you see? And you came back with a wonderful improvisational joke to tie it all together.
When I was a high school student, my first selling job was selling Fuller Brush products. And I stuttered very badly. And the reason I stuttered very badly was due to an emotional situation growing up in my household. But regardless of that, when I interviewed, the person that I interviewed with couldn't have been more supportive. He may have felt the way you're talking about, but he hid that. And I went out, and I really, the impetus for me to sell was to try to overcome my stuttering. And it took me years and years and years of doing that. But if he hadn't have been supportive, it would have thrown me off as far as confidence is concerned.